This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Gators headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. Picks up the first down. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he made the extra point without problem. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The option look. Keeps it on first down. Quick toss. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. Now facing a 3rd and long. Jones wants to throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
He takes it at the 45. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So here comes the Auburn offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. He's looking to pass. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go right back to the run. Got maybe a yard, 3rd down and 9 coming.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. And some room to work. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Makes a catch. There he goes. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Brown wants to pass. Flips it out to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Running inside. It's Cobb. Maybe got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Gives it on the option. He breaks a tackle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Gators in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gonna look downfield again. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this defense gets the sack and puts him in 3rd and long. And I tell you what, this offense, they just got to stay out of those situations. Last drive, they got in it and they had to punt. This drive, getting in it again, predictable situations are really hard to protect your quarterback.
3rd down following the sack by the D. Jones to throw. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. On the run, it's Cobb. Breaks into the open. At the 30. 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Jones wants to throw it. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Swings it out to the flat. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. He might want another play. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it.
He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Auburn. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Looks as if they'll go for two with the subtlety of a sledgehammer with all these big guys. On the snap, it's Cobb. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Jones to throw. Quarterback moving. He'll get rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. On the option. Pulls it on the option. Now the toss. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They'll give it the ball.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This is a designed run. Turning it off. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.